Brian Brown on the scales. Minimum weight requirement, 1,425 pounds with the driver in the car. Right-hand turn is made into Casey's victory lane. Blackjack wins one for the Knoxville regulars. Brian Brown climbing out of the car, receiving the congratulations of his crew. And before he can even get the helmet on, he'll climb up top to celebrate a victory at Knoxville Raceway. Wife Heather in.
A handshake from Sammy Swindell down in Casey's victory lane.
We'll get him around the front of the car for Chase Rodman. Get a word with our feature winner.
How about it, Knoxville? Brian Brown making his way up here onto the podium. And that is 2 years in a row, Brian, that you have won here during June. This car has been super fast all year long. You've already got another win here prior to that, and just an absolutely dominating performance here tonight. And there was no one even close to you here.
Yeah, I sure didn't know that. Man, that's how I go to the gym 3 or 4 days a week, because I ran as hard the last lap as I did my first lap. Kept watching the board and seeing the 49 was in second for a while, then Rico, and Chad made some good changes before the A main. He's really he came back this year, and we're really clicking on all cylinders. You know, it's everything we're doing it good. So Casey's FVP, Mountain Dew Overdrive, Champion Oil, Impact Signs, Awnings and Wraps, JD Welding, Maxim Chassis, Smiley's, Factory Motor Parts, all of our partners, Housby, Charlie Garrett Engines, Factory Cane Shocks, Weld Wheels. The list goes on, but it takes every single one of those. I own it and I drive it, so it takes all of us to be able to make that team. We have people here tonight from Casey's, from Impact Signs, Awnings and Wraps, and our new partner, Iowa Lottery. So when you get a new partner and get it in victory lane, that's always a good start to a partnership. So it's great that they came on board. Want to thank Chad Morgan, my dad Robert, Lath Hicks, and most importantly, my 17 or 18-year-old crew guy came to work for me last year. He was 17 years old. He wanted to come when he was 15. And I said, no, you can't come when you're 15. He came when he was 17 years old. Said, I'll do my homework online. I said, one thing you got to do, we got to get you graduated, no matter what. The school work comes first. Today's is high school graduation. So Justin Lauer, that one's for you. Thanks for all you do for our team. And he was a man of his word. You know, he got that graduation done. Now we can really focus on the racing part of it. But overall, I come into this weekend, and I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself a little bit sometimes to make you guys proud. I can come up here and win on the weekend sometimes, and then the Outlaws come, and sometimes I lay an egg. I was so proud to see Austin on the pole, me being third. I've said all along, in order to have a rivalry, you got to beat these guys, and the PA posse beats them. I don't feel like we do it enough, but I feel like I did my part tonight. Just like I said, I'm proud of all of our partners, proud of our whole team. Thank you, Charlie Garrett, for an awesome engine. I'm rambling on. I want to thank my wife, Heather, too. I want to thank the gatekeeper down there that lets her come down here. And like I said, it's Casey's Popcorn and Victory Lane. What could be better?
Salted caramel and cheese, it looks pretty darn good. But hey, you ran the top of the race, it seemed like the entire time until you got to the lap traffic. Were you worried about somebody coming and catching you on the inside? Because it felt like until you got to the traffic, you never even went down there.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I've ran the bottom. I've been known to run the top a lot, probably more than I should. I think I run the bottom just as good this year as I have in the past. And I just felt like when I went down there, I don't know who I passed the lap car, and I felt like, man, that was pretty good. And I knew Brad, he normally runs the bottom, you know, and he runs it as good as anybody in the whole world. So I knew if nothing else, maybe it would mess up his timing a little bit. And Rico, you never know. He's a good friend of mine, but he's having a phenomenal year, and I'm proud of his team, but you never know. But most importantly, tonight's about us. Proud of our whole team, proud to win the World of Outlaw race again, proud to be a Knoxville regular, and come back tomorrow and see if we can do it again.
How about it for Brian Brown, your winner here tonight at the Chevrolet Premier Dealers night at Knoxville. We're going to try and find Rico Abreu. He's making his way over here to the podium now. Second place finisher here tonight, and a last lap pass there on Brad Sweet. Handshakes and hugs coming in here on the podium between two good friends here. And, well, Rico, you finished second, but seemed like the whole race you're fourth, fifth, third, and then last lap you get by Brad. The car came on strong there at the end.
Yeah, just the last 10 laps I can hit my marks a whole lot better. So just thank you to my team. They do an unbelievable job. You know, Ricky is just his critical thinking and just the way he adapts to my driving style and my race cars, and you know, just hats off to them. And they work really good together, and it's just it's quite a sight to see on my end, you know, as a team owner, driver, and you know, I'm very lucky to be in a fortunate situation where I'm racing with some of the best guys. So Outlaw races are tough to come by when you get wins, and you know, it's just we're right there in the hunt. So if we can consistently keep doing this, you know, it's just this is probably you know, the greatest time I've ever been having racing sprint cars.
Well, that last lap there, I started climbing down the ladder from the infield. I was like, okay, Brian won, Brad was second, Rico was third, whatever. And then I hear the announcer say, Rico gets him at the line. What did you find there late in the race to be able to pick off all those guys?
I just, once I got some clean air off my nose, I could get through the corners a whole lot faster, and just navigating through traffic and faster cars, and then just hit my marks. I got through by McCarl there, and then it opened the top up for me to run Sweet down, and he just, you know, kind of ran across it in 3 and 4 coming to the checkered, and you know, I just rifled it off in there and turned down the hill, and just got the moisture down the front straightaway to just barely sneak by him.
How about it for Rico Abreu here tonight with a second place result? We'll get Brad Sweet over here on the podium as well with a third place run. We'll come over here real quick and go to the other side of the podium real quick here. Brad debriefing a little bit here with Rico and Brian Brown, but Brad, a solid third place run here in this one. After the dash, I was a little bit worried, but you made it, seemed like you made it work pretty good there in the feature, and then Rico just kind of snuck by at the end. Yeah, I felt really good in the middle part of the race. I kept looking up because I felt like I was making really good time and making good laps, and I could see Brian was pretty far out ahead, so you know, just kind of got hung up in lap cars at the end. You know, I had a really good rhythm and had my lines working, and then felt like when I had to move off that, I wasn't as good as I needed to be to get by the lap cars, and really struggled the last 4 or 5 laps to kind of link it all together. So, but I think we made progress all night long, and you know, there was parts of that AMA, and I felt like we were probably as good as anybody. You know, could kind of drive across down there, hit the bottom, could run the top if I needed to, but you know, everything was working there, and then something happened at the end. So just got to be a little better all the way through the race, but I think we can make you know, some fine-tuning adjustments tomorrow as long as you know, Mother Nature cooperates. All right, Brad Sweet finishes up in the third spot here with Rico Abreu in second, and Brian Brown gets the win here tonight at the Chevy Premier Dealers Clash.
Thanks, Chase. Here's the full field rundown. Brian Brown, the winner in the 21. Second in the 24, Rico Abreu. Third, the 49 of Brad Sweet. Finishing fourth, the 88 of Austin McCarl. And fifth, the 41 of Carson Macedo. Coming up sixth, the 83 of James McFadden. Seventh, the number 18 of Giovanni Selzy. And eighth, the 1S of Logan Schuhart. Finishing ninth and getting tonight's KSE Hard Charger Award, the number 15 of Donnie Schatz. And in 10th, car number 2, David Gravel. 11th, car number 11, Corey Eliason. In 12th, 14 of Corey Day. 13th of the 39, Emma Anthony Macri. Finishing 14th, the 3Z of Brock Zierfoss. 15th, the 17 of Sheldon Hodenshope. 16th, the 15H of Sam Haferteam. 17th, car number 5, Spencer Baston. In 18th, the 2M of Davey Heskin. 19th, car number 19, Ayrton Cheniton. 20th, the 1A of Jacob Allen. 21st, the number 9 of Casey Kane. 22nd, the 3J of Dusty Zomer. 23rd, the 7S of Robbie Price. 24th, the car number 8, Aaron Reitzel. And finishing 25th, the 2J of Linton Jeffrey. Austin McCall led lap number 1. Brian Brown leading laps 2 through 25. So night number 1 in the books here at the Knoxville Raceway. We come right back tomorrow and do it all over again. And don't forget about Sunday as well. Big day for World of Outlaws action on CBS Sports Network. 3 p.m. Eastern Time. World of Outlaws Case Late Models from Talladega Short Track at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series from the Tri-State Speedway in Homestead, Indiana. Tony Bachhoven, night 1, a fantastic success. All kinds of great action all over the racetrack. And tomorrow night, come back and do it again. We have the 360s join us as well.